welcome to Life L'Chaim. On today's show, we talk about Ahava village in Israel, taking care of children for more than 80 years. And we spend some time with actress Renee Taylor and talk about her years playing Fran Drescher's mother on The Nanny. We'll be right back after these messages.
We're excited to have with us in studio today author, writer, longtime actress Renee Taylor. It's a privilege to have you with us on To Life L'Chaim.
Nice to be here with you.
We catch you while you're in town. I know you have your one-woman show called My Life on a Diet.
Yes.
Why this title?
Because actually I view my life and I remember it by what diet I was on my whole life. Since I was a little girl, I was on a diet. And I remember what they were, what I was eating, and what everybody who I met in my life was eating. Famous movie stars, famous Golda Meir.
Right.
I remember what she was eating. And
because she was on a diet as well.
yes. So Marilyn Monroe, whoever I met, I always asked them, how did you get your figure? What are you eating? So...
Is that a commonplace in Hollywood, or do you feel it's just part of our society altogether?
I think it's part of our society. I think it's very American thing, always feeling that you can look better, you can be better, you can feel better. My mother was a vegetarian, and right now I am a vegetarian. For about 2 months I've been a vegan, except when I have to have a steak.
Right.
Then I'm.
But it stops.
But that's how I've always been on a diet until I'm not.
Right.
And then I go on to the new one. Like, are you on a diet?
No.
Oh. A lot of women put their husbands on diets, and the men don't even know they're on a diet.
Right. No, I don't eat as well as I should, but I eat okay. I do all right. So, so the story My Life on a Diet is a very humorous tale. Yes. Share with us in our audience what you discussed. What are some of the humor that everybody can relate to?
Oh, the most interesting person that I met was Marilyn Monroe. I was in acting class with her, Lee Strasberg, and she was so luminescent. And she was a big star, but she didn't feel like one because she didn't have appreciation for her as an actress, and she was studying in class. And I met her in the ladies' room. She was very nervous. She was broken up in a rash. She was putting calamine lotion on her face, and I said to her, "What? You know, your skin is so beautiful. What do you eat?" And she said that this is one of the stories in the show. She said she takes hot baths. She puts Vaseline all over her body, and she accounted for her skin that way.
Right.
So then I started taking hot baths, putting Vaseline all over my body, but I just was slipping in the tub and sliding in the tub. It didn't work for me.
Very good. You're best known for your role as Sylvia Fine on Fran Drescher's The Nanny. Is it enjoyable for you to be associated with that long-time role and that very iconic role? It is, because
I've had so much fun, and I've known Fran for over 20 years. And now I'm on her new show, which is...
Happily Divorced?
Yeah, Happily Divorced. So it's great to be back with her again.
On TV Land.
And I played Cyndi Lauper's mother on that, and that was fun to do.
Very good. And I know you've been on her talk show, so you and Fran Drescher are friends, are obviously very close
good friends.
And I know in reading up about you and listening to other stories about you, you've made friends easily and make friends with a lot of people in Hollywood. And so you're a very engaging personality.
Thank you. When I first got to Hollywood, my husband and I were married, maybe 5 years, and we wanted to renew our vows. So I invited everybody in Hollywood who I didn't know to come to renewing our vows. Well, we had just done a movie that I guess people had seen. Esther Williams, Joan Collins, people I didn't know. I just sent them an invitation, never dreaming that they would come, and they all came, and I became friends with them.
Very good. And you've been married a long time.
47 years.
To Joseph Bologna, who obviously our audience, many people will know him. So how have you been able to keep a Hollywood marriage for 47 years?
Well, we have a lot in common, a lot of comedy in common.
Mm-hmm.
And also he goes to synagogue with me, and even though he's not Jewish, he participates in Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. We read prayers, and so I think having a spiritual connection, a fun connection, and also physically being madly in love.
That's
physically.
Wonderful. You were born a Jewish girl from the Bronx?
Yes.
And was it a typical Jewish upbringing?
No.
No?
My parents were very reformed. Very
Right.
so reformed.
Like so many others, certainly.
So reformed that they would drive the car to synagogue and then then walk for a couple of blocks.
So that they wouldn't be noticed.
So it wouldn't be noticed,
driving.
and they would say, "Oh, my back, my foot, my
Right.
this." The rabbi would understand.
Right. But your friends all around you, everybody who you grew up with, was Jewish as well?
Yes, because I grew up and went to South Beach Elementary School here, and then I went to Idem Fisher Junior High, Miami Beach High, and then we moved back to New York.
Very
My
good.
father had a gambling problem, and we moved back to New York. So he lost his business, he lost everything. That's in the play too, so there's some poignancy
Right.
in the play too.
Very
And
good.
sometimes I would look in the refrigerator and there wouldn't be any food there, so I know my father lost. If there was food in the refrigerator, then I would know he had a good night.
Very good. Well, we're going to take a break right now. But when we come back, I know you want to talk to our audience about a product that you've developed for the benefit of women and Jewish organizations. So, and we'll get more into your career and life when we come back.
Okay.
We'll be right back. We're back with Renee Taylor. Again, thank you very much for joining us on Delightful
Oh,
Time,
thank
Renee.
you. It's nice to be here.
Now you've, in addition to your acting, authoring, writing, you've developed a product it's called Face Love.
Face love.
Tell us about it.
Well, when I was down here a few years ago, I work here a lot. A makeup artist, Cindy Cohen, put some of this on my face. And it wasn't this. It was a skin tightener, but it wasn't tight enough. I kept telling her it's not tight enough. And 5 years later, she's been working on it with me, and here's Face Love. And the reason we called it Face Love is, you know, when someone holds your face with love like this, that's the effect of it. It tightens. Now, your viewers out there probably don't have any wrinkles, but they might know somebody who has some wrinkles, a mother, a grandmother, a friend who's starting to get some lines all over the face, here and here and here, and you just put on a smidge underneath your makeup, or you could even do it over. But I use it, like today, people say, my husband says I look too young when I put this on. But I guess I'm a trophy wife for my husband. We've been married 47 years, and I have to watch that I don't look too young.
No, that's wonderful.
And it comes with a lipstick, and
And I know the proceeds are benefiting Jewish organizations.
some of the proceeds are donating the Jewish Community Center. Even when this show is going to be on for a year, right? And at any time somebody calls in at the number that's on the screen, it's a mitzvah for yourself to put it on your face, and for the Jewish Community Center, some of the profits go
Very good.
to them.
Very good. Let's get back to a few stories about your life. I know
Okay.
I heard a wonderful one of how you got your first role in a Jerry Lewis movie. And if you could share that with our audience.
Oh, well, I was on the Tonight Show, and he was on too. And he said, "Oh, you're so talented. If you're ever in Hollywood, look me up." So that night I took a plane. And when he came to work in the morning, I was there. I said, "Well, here I am." And he said, "Oh, it's too bad because I'm starting this movie and there isn't a part in it for you." And I said, "Well, you wrote it, didn't you? I've seen your movies. Just rip out 5 pages, put in 5 new pages, and there I am." And he handed me the script and said, "Here, you tear out the pages."
That's excellent.
And I did. And I was in The Errand Boy. That was my first movie.
And do you find that today's actresses have that same assertiveness and go-getters that you had back then? Is it similar or different in today's world?
I don't know whether it was assertiveness. It was just fun.
Right.
I never thought he would do it. It was just fun. It was outrageous, and I always liked to have fun.
Did you live your life that way in terms
Yes.
of how you attacked
Yes.
opportunities?
What was fun?
Right, that was
When
your
I met my
benchmark.
husband, it was what was fun. You know, he said, I auditioned for him, and he said, for a commercial, a cereal commercial, and he said, "Thank you, we'll call you." So I went down to the lobby, and the phone rang, and he said, "Hello." I said, "I thought you said you were going to call." He said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in the lobby." He said, "I'll be right down." And he came down. So it was just crazy. I was just having fun with him, but I didn't know. You know, he could have hung up on me.
Right.
He could have said, "Are you crazy?
Right.
I have a job, and this is a serious thing."
Terrific. And I know your career obviously continues today. You've been on CBS hit shows, How I Met Your Mother,
Shake It Up.
Shake It Up.
I go here to all the places, and I'm really surprised how all the kids recognize me. They watch me on Shake It Up, on Victorious, on the Disney shows that I appear on.
Right.
And that happened when I said to my agent, "You know, I want to be with young people, so get me on all the young shows." And even cartoons. I did a couple of cartoon series. That was fun.
Right. You've been a voiceover for in a number
Yes.
of animated specials. And
In Ice Age, I'm one of the animals.
Right. You're one of the animals. Is that fun to do? Is it fun to
I
be a
love
voiceover?
it. I love it.
Right. And do you have grandchildren or?
I have a grandson, and he's taught himself Japanese. And now I'm so proud of him. He's working in a Japanese restaurant. He went and spoke Japanese to the owner, and they were so impressed by a Beverly Hills kid
Right.
learning Japanese that they gave him a job as a waiter.
Very good. Well, I want to, in the time we have remaining, I want to chat with you about just play a little game called word association, and I want to get your opinion, your thoughts on some of these topics. So let's first start out with New York City.
Excitement.
Okay. Hollywood.
Hard.
Hard. Hard life. Hard. Didn't seem hard to get started though.
No, it's just, you know, people are not real the way they are in New York. I say the phony people are in Hollywood and the real people are in New York.
Very good.
They're not, I wouldn't say phony, I'd say insincere.
Right.
Well, how do you find it in Florida?
I love Florida. I think it's all the people that you meet wherever you are. Some are real, some are not.
Well, they're mostly
So-
New Yorkers, aren't
Right.
they?
There are a lot of New Yorkers. That's very true. How about Mel Brooks?
Oh, fun. The other night I was at Sid Caesar's birthday party, and he said to me, "Did I ever thank you for being in The Producers?" And I said, "No."
Right.
And he said, "Well, thank you." But now I realize next time I see him, I'm going to thank him, because whenever I work with him, it's just so much fun. You laugh all the time. Oh, one story I have to tell you about Mel Brooks is I was coming down
We
from
have about a minute left.
a doctor's office, and he said to me, what are you doing here? I said, well, I have symptoms. He says, tell me. I said, why should I tell you about my symptoms? He said, because I'm an AAD. I said, what is that? He said, almost a doctor.
Very good. He's wonderful. Some of the movies are wonderful. Let me get your last association, 80. 80. You're turning 80.
I am?
You're not?
Oh, I think you've made a mistake. I think you've made a mistake.
Yes?
You must think you have somebody else here. No, I guess I am.
I guess you are.
I guess I
And
am.
are you comfortable with that?
No.
No? It's
No.
not? So it's a
Listen,
bad topic for me to bring up.
No, I say I'm a senior citizen, but an actress in her late 30s, because that's how I feel, like I'm in my late 30s.
Very good.
I don't know if you ever feel 80. Do you have a mother or a grandmother that's 80?
I don't.
Oh, well, someday you will.
Very good. Renee Taylor, it's a privilege. I urge our audience to look up Face Love at
They won't look 80, I'll tell you
rtfacelove.com.
that. They'll look too young, 30, 40, 50, not 80.
Renee Taylor, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you. Nice to
Privilege.
be with you.